Okay. How we doing? Quick, disgusting protein powder chug. Ugh. Okay. All right. Where's MJ Wade? Where's MJ Wade? At MJ Wade. So this is really cool, guys. I can't believe this is happening. Y'all know my wheel spin thing that I do? I spin the wheel at the end of every stream. MJ, we landed on your trivia question. You got the trivia question right, so we spun the wheel for MJ. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think this is the first time this has ever happened. The deal that I called on deal giveaway wheel spin, it's happening. It's signed. so guys, I spun the wheel and I tried very hard to look for a deal, and I found one, what I consider to be a deal at least. And I called and it actually happened. It actually happened. So now we're gonna see if we can move this thing to close. And I'm gonna show you what the deal is. I just pulled this off of Zillow. And Anthony, yes, I'll bring you up. Come on up. And yeah, I mean, MJ Wade, are we under contract right now? Is that what your text said?
Yeah, contracts in your inbox.
Crazy.
The info inbox.
Crazy. Okay, very cool. Let's go ahead and analyze this. MJ, since we're under contract, what's the address on this thing?
Give me a sec. One moment.
Yeah, I don't fully remember the address on this, but I'll share my screen on it, guys, and I'll just explain like what makes this a deal and why I think it's a deal. It's not necessarily going to close, but this is the biggest hurdle to get over. So this is like 60% of the battle. The rest of the battle is the buyer actually interested in my deal? And that comes down to the cash on cash return. And another way to think about cash on cash return is, if I spend this much money, how much do I get back? So
I just DM'd you.
Okay, thank you. So guys, really basic understanding of cash on cash return. If you spend $10 and you make $2 back, you make $2 back, that's a 20% cash on cash return. So that's all rental properties are. Rental properties are cash on cash return. So that's what we're trying to understand here. We also need to get these houses at a discount, because the thing about on-market wholesale is it's on market. Anybody can get these properties under contract. And the significance of that is, if you send a property that's on market to a buyer at the price it's listed for, or damn near that price, even if the cash on cash return works, it kind of makes the buyer feel like, why am I paying you for this? Like what, because you're making thousands and thousands of dollars as a wholesaler, sometimes $10,000 for a single deal. And they're just scratching their head like, why am I paying for this? So a place that I always see new members getting confused is, they get a house under contract and maybe it hits the cash on cash return that we want it to hit, but perhaps they got it near list price or only 10K below list price. So now it's kind of like I'm sending a deal to a buyer, and it just kind of puts a bad taste in their mouth. And honestly, as a buyer of on-market deals myself, I feel that. But at the same time, the discounts don't need to be absurd. They need to be within reason. So the discount that I got on this one with MJ Wade is, I believe, $30,000 below list price. $30,000 below list price. And yeah, it's listed for $200,000. We're under contract at $170,000 with a little bit of back and forth negotiation. The price that I said we should get it at is $168,000, but he ended up getting it at $170,000. So let's learn a little bit about this. This is currently occupied at $2,300 per month.
Yes, sir.
Do we have any photos of the interior?
I can. Let me. I'll text the realtor. I don't have any.
Yes, Danny, it is true that I can't help everybody at once, but that's kind of like how college is. Like for example, Hold My Hand Wholesale is $20. And when you join Hold My Hand Wholesale, you get access to like a virtual seminar. And the virtual seminar is essentially like teachers sitting in the middle, just like you'd have in class. And then like everybody's watching, and you have certain people who raise their hands to ask questions and they get picked on. And then other people are assisted by what we call community helpers, or what you would call a teacher's assistant in actual school. So yeah, I can't talk to everybody, but that's why Hold My Hand Wholesale is $20. I will say, if it enabled a 12-year-old to do a deal, you could probably do a deal too. So you're going to ask the realtor for some photos, you said?
Yeah, I just shut him and see if he.
Okay. Well, let's call a buyer right now and see if they have any interest in my deal. I do want to let you guys know, this is tight. This is very tight. It's very slim margins. Why? Taxes are kind of high on this property. We didn't anticipate that, and we wanted to get it a little bit below the price we got it for. So I'm going to run this at like a $3,000 assignment fee. And I don't love that, guys. Obviously, that's not great, but it's kind of what we have to do here, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. So you're probably looking at about a 6.5% interest rates. So if 7% is $950 and 6% is $850, perhaps 6.5 is $900. So we're looking at a down payment of $34,600. How did I get there? That's just 20%. Are we putting down $34,600? No, that's the buyer. How old is the roof on your home? Well, some of you will remember my house was leaking really badly and I had a bucket. Y'all remember the bucket when I first moved into this place? There was like multiple buckets around my house. The roof was fully shot. So I had to put on a new commercial roof on this property. The roof is probably about a year old on this house. Juan says, I have $500,000 liquid. How can I invest it with you? Juan, book a call with me right here, and we'll figure out which investment makes the most sense for you, whether that's a fix and flip, a rental property, and then what strategy we'll use to acquire those rental properties and how we can get them over to you on a consistent basis. So book a call, link in bio. I have one-on-one calls there, and we can talk about the best investment decisions for you. So 6% interest on a principal of 138 is 829. 7% is 920. So the difference between 829 and 920, maybe like 970, maybe like $970, 975. We'll use 975 to estimate our monthly payment. So I'm sorry, what am I doing? 875. 875. So we're gonna call the monthly payment 875 here. The rent is 2,300. We're going to take 15% off the top of that. We're going to subtract the 875, and then we're going to subtract our taxes and insurance. Now, Zillow told us taxes are $305, and they actually are $305. If I wanted to confirm taxes, I would use a program called PropStream, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on that now. So sorry for not sharing it before, but I'm going to share my screen on PropStream, and we're just going to figure out what our taxes are. So taxes on this property appear to be $4,076. Zillow says $305 per month. Is that accurate or not? 4,076 divided by 12 is 339. So it's a little higher than that. It's 339. So 2,300 less 15% for expenses. And then we're also going to take our 875 payment off the top of that. 875. And then we're going to take that for $339, and we're going to do 3. Oh no. Oh no. What? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Subtract 875, and then we're going to subtract our 339. And then for insurance, let's just guesstimate this really quickly. If we have, well, let's just ask. If I have a duplex in, I think about $100 in Detroit, and then we should give the zip code. Now we can literally just ask Google for this. What would my monthly insurance cost be, assuming a $170K value? between 150 and 310 per month. Okay, we'll use 150. I'm a little worried about this deal, guys. Our cash flow is tight. Multiplying that by 12, this is how much you make per year, and dividing that by total cost of entry, 44.6. That's not very good, guys. Yeah, we might have to renegotiate this. I'm going to try to sell it anyway since it's under contract, but if I'm being honest, guys, the taxes on this property are significantly higher than I imagined. I thought taxes and insurance cumulatively would be about $250. However, taxes and insurance are actually closer to $450, if not $500 per month on this property. So you've got really, really exorbitantly high taxes, which are hurting the return on investment. It does look to be clean. Maybe we can schedule a walkthrough. So let's see if I can send it to a buyer.
Please leave your message for...
Oh, he's definitely on another line. Okay. So I got a couple people to bring up here. I'll call the buyer for this in just a sec. Can you submit? MJ, am I under contract on this, or are you under contract on this?
GT Property.
GT Properties Group. Okay. So how many days do we have for inspection?
I haven't. You can CC me, Docu.
You're cutting out pretty bad. How many days?
Oh, can you hear me better now? I couldn't see. He didn't CC me on it, so he just sent it straight to you. I haven't seen the contract.
Okay. Oof. Did we ask for earnest money post-inspection?
I did. I hope he put it on. I haven't.
Ooh. Well, all right. We'll go ahead and check this
No,
out.
I'm sure I can make.
So Devonshire. I don't see this address. Do you know which email it came from?
Check. He would have sent it this morning. Can you confirm?
Okay, yeah, we don't have any, I don't have any contracts in my inbox that have that address attached to it.
Okay, I'll try to call the guy. I've been texting him this morning. He said he sent it. I tried to have him CC me. He said he could not. So I'll just call him and see what's going on.
Well, I mean, I signed the DocuSign yesterday in my email, no?
I don't think he signed it yesterday.
Okay, so we're not under contract yet.
No, not under contract. No, he sent the contract.
Oh. Let's send a counter. Let's send a counter, because I'm honestly kind of surprised by high taxes and insurance on this.
Got it.
I'm gonna run the cash on cash one more time here, because the taxes and insurance really just hurt this deal beyond what I had anticipated. So if we're getting $2,300 a month, and let's say we offer 160, and let's say we send it to the buyers at 164, let's run it there. So your down payment on 164,000 is going to be 32.8, right? 32.8. Your interest rate will be 6.5%. 6% is 786. 7% is 872. So maybe you're looking at like 830, 840. We'll call it. So 840 minus 840. And then we're also going to be looking at taxes and insurance of 339, and then 150. Gosh, they're expensive here. That's how much we're making per month. This is how much we're making per year. The total cost of entry is now 42.8. Geez, even that might be too high. Shit. the taxes and insurance are way too high on this thing. I don't think we can be at 170. I don't think we can be at 160. We probably are not going to get this deal, if I'm being real. We need to be at like 150 because I hate to find out about this, but let's now run it at $153,000. Down payment is going to be $30,600. Payment is between 733 and 814. Let's call it 765. So let's run that one more time. 2,300 multiplied by 0.85, subtracting 765, subtracting 339 for taxes alone, subtracting 150 for insurance alone. We make $700 per month. Per year, we make $8,400. Now the total cost of buying this is $40,600. And there's your 20% cash on cash. Yeah. Here's what we're gonna say. Hey, I submitted this to my lender, and the pre-approval came back lower than what I had offered. My lender explained that taxes and insurance are higher in this zip code. He quoted me $340 per month in taxes and $200 for insurance. This would put my pre-approval at 150,000. So we can send this to them, and I would follow up on this message like multiple times to see if we can get them to accept it, maybe a month down the line. The taxes are just really high on this deal, man.
It's all good. I'll get on it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the understanding. Yeah, guys, as nice as it is to assume taxes and insurance are $250 per property, not always the case. Check prop stream, it's just less desirable. Can you bring me up? I have a 3-property portfolio to show you in Ohio. Yes. I have a couple calls to make and a couple people to bring up here. So bear with me for just a moment, guys. I'm going to check my reminders, and it looks like today I'm supposed to bring up MJ Wade, Yusuf, JT. Is JT here? At JT, I'm supposed to bring up you. I'll be up in a sec. Okay, cool. No worries. And then I was also talking to GB13 at GB13. I want to make some progress on your deals today if you're around, because you just have you have a lot of stuff that we could move. Okay, we got a lot of people to talk to. MJ Wade is all situated. Where do we start here? I think we start with a call to my contractor to find out how the walkthrough went on the property I was looking at yesterday. So guys, I walked a property today. I'll be real. I don't think it went very well. I honestly don't really want this deal if at the price that they're offering it. I don't know what led me to schedule this walkthrough. I'm not really sure why I did this. I'll tell you why I'm second guessing my decision here, guys. Kind of the same situation as the last deal that we saw. Maybe I just got excited and jumped the gun, but I just don't think that this is the one for me. And I'll tell you why. It's listed for $79,000. Off the bat, what can I see? It needs a new roof. It probably needs new windows as well. Maybe not new windows here. The siding does look okay. So it's going to need a new roof and new windows. Another thing that I'm noticing, guys, is look where we are. Like, this is the deep hood. Like, we're not in a good part of Detroit. Like, is that a roof? Are you kidding me? That's the roof of a house. Why did I do that? because honestly, this one's not even about rehab. The price is decent. You know, they have it listed for 79. I could probably get this thing for 60. The problem is the neighbors. This is not the type of area we want to be flipping in. Abandoned properties, abandoned properties, abandoned properties. Yeah, maybe the rehab would be 50,000 and maybe we could get it at a price that would make sense in terms of cash on cash return, but this is a bad area. I don't know why I did this. If I'm being honest, that was a waste of money for me to do that because I probably just had to send I'll call my contractor. This is a silly decision.
What's up, Richard?
Hey man, I looked at the deal again on Narden Park, and I'll pay you for going to it. But honestly, I don't like the area. I think the area is pretty bad.
It didn't look too bad from what I've seen, but unless you're just talking about going on like shootings and stuff like that.
I'm on the Street View right now, and it says image capture April 2026, and I just see abandoned house after abandoned house after abandoned house.
Yeah, it's a couple of them over there. I don't know what you was trying to get it at. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. So I'll say right in the middle.
So you probably need a new roof, right? New windows.
No, the roofs look okay.
Really? It looks like it has no texture left on it.
Yeah, he said it was in the last 5 years. It looked okay. When I went into the attic, it was like newer OSB boards, and that's a sign that the roofs has been done somewhat, in the past couple of years, because they don't really use OSB boards for old roofs. It's usually the old one bys right there.
Okay.
So the roofs looked good. The windows was vinyl. They wasn't new, but they was vinyl. Got the videos actually. It didn't look too bad. The foundation was good. The kitchens was really small. Like it was literally like one cabinet for a sink in both kitchens. Let me see these videos actually.
Okay. Yeah, I think my buyers are going to look at the area and be like, there's too many abandoned houses here. So I have another one that I'm looking at. We're supposed to close on Tracy soon, but what would you just so I know, what would you put the rehab at? Like 35, 40 on this?
I didn't look all the way. Like I said, I put the numbers into it. I'm really just getting home. I'll have to look. I gotta look.
Don't spend too much time on it, because honestly, even if you're like, yeah, 30K rehab, I probably will pass on this.
Yeah, it's probably definitely be that, because the kitchens, if you see them, they're like real small. Like you got to do some stuff to them. But you could convert it into, one thing I did know that you would like, that you could convert it into 3 bedrooms for each.
Yeah. I think the property's good and the location is just a killer.
Just the location.
Yeah. I think because I could probably get this for 60K. But I know that they hate those abandoned houses. So yeah, I'll pass on this, but I'll have another one for you shortly. I'm talking on a couple. I mean, if we already have 2 projects going. Is Sanford, did we do anything on Sanford this week?
Yeah, we've been running those floors. We started running those floors.
Okay.
I'll update you with some pictures soon.
Okay. What else is left to do? Are the floors complete?
No, they're not complete yet. We started on them though. And just little touch ups. I gotta do the backsplash. I'm doing the backsplash on both kitchens. The countertops is in. And then mechanicals in the basement. You say you want to do the windows. Yeah. They just the peeling paint. I want it to be a finished product for the buyers. I'm willing to pay a little extra for that. Okay, that's fine. I'll get you a price on that soon and get it over to you probably by Monday. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. Yeah, we should be closing on Tracy hopefully next week. Okay, that'll work. All right. Talk soon, Chris. Thanks so much. All right. Thank you. Bye. So I got to send him $50 for the walkthrough. Oh, what's your? Oh wow, Narden interior looks totally fine, guys. The interior of that property, totally fine. Look at that interior, guys. You see that? That's LVP. Looks to be okay, guys. Doesn't look that bad to me. But yeah, it's just not
it's really just not worth flipping something that's distressed like that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean distressed. Of course, it is worth flipping a distressed property. Yeah, they weren't able to walk the property today, Mike. They said something happened. They weren't able to walk it today. But yeah, Mike, we should talk. I wanted to talk to you about that. See if I can get him on a line. Here we go.
Please leave your message for.
Okay, so he said, just a heads up, Quaid texted Frederick regarding the Ohio property. We weren't able to have it walk today. Working on availability. Frederick just responded to Quaid, just letting you know. When can they walk? Is Frederick the guy, Mike? That's right?
Yes, sir. That is the seller.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I just asked when he can walk. So we have the triplex, right? And the triplex is signed?
Yes, sir. I'm holding on to that contract like you told me to yesterday.
Can you get that over to my dispo team?
Yeah. I'm going to send it to Shell or just to the team?
Probably both. Probably to Shell.
Okay, team. I got you. I'll do that now.
How are you texting me on the live at the same time? That's a fake account, man. That's a fake account. So if somebody reaches out to you and is like, hey, to get started, check the username, man, because that is not me. It's a very common scam nowadays for people to create replica accounts, hang out in a live stream, and when you join, they DM you. So be very, very careful about that. Okay, Mike, we're just waiting for a response. So I think that he's on the other line right now, but I'll keep you posted. All right.
Thanks, brother.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So that's moving forward. JT, I was just going to call Saeed on your behalf. That's the only buyer I know who'd be interested in something like that. Let's see. You're the real estate dude thing, right? I guess so. Isaac, come show me on Discord, man. What's your username on Discord? Are you in the community, Isaac? Damn.
The person you've done.
Are you available? Those deals are going to expire. So yeah, JT, I only have one buyer who's okay with relatively low cash flow like that. And guys, I'm referring to 900 to 1,000 on payments, 1,200 on rent. There is pretty much no return. It doesn't return on investment. And the reason I say there's no return is because, well, when you take 20% off the top for expenses, we're now breaking even. So we do have a buyer who's okay with that, but he's not responding to me right now. So I'll continue to follow up with him over the next couple of days. You're welcome to send it to my dispo team and they can try other people's, but oh, he just texted me. He says, stuck with a short-term rental emergency, putting out that fire. Okay, he texted me. Okay. So just to confirm, JT, your deals are Vernon, Corville, and Beresford. Is that right? JT, can you hear me okay? If you're starting with 100K liquid, does the strategy... Michaela, wait, let me read this. If starting with 100K liquid, does the strategy change to start fix and flips or to wholesaling? Goal is to... Oh.
Oh, now I can hear you.
I'm echoing pretty bad. Oh, I'm getting a call. Hold on one sec. Hello? Yeah, hey, I can come pick those up. I'm in the middle of a meeting right now, but I can see if I can pick them up later today or tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye. JT, sorry about that, man.
What happened there?
Your deals are, just to confirm, Vernon, Corville, and I mean, I've never seen a word like that. Beresford. Is that right? Okay. All right. Well,
All right. There you are.
Hi.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, those are the ones I send you in your DMs. They're like 4 of them.
Got
I
it.
just signed that Delwood one's 10 grand down, 1,700 rents a month, 1,200 PITA.
Okay. Okay. Well, he just responded to me. He's going to get back to me shortly. I would also submit this to my team so that we can send it out just in case somebody else is interested.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good.
Anyways, I did want to talk to this woman right here. So this is where'd this question go? Why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. Okay, Michaela says, if starting with $100,000 liquid, does the strategy change to start with fix and flips or still wholesaling? Goal is for an active income, but also building up a rental portfolio. Okay, so this is a really good question. Michaela, let me just find out if this is your situation. I'll invite you up, Michaela. We can chat. Hey there, can you hear me?
Yeah, and I am just on the road, so if I cut out a little bit, I apologize.
No worries whatsoever. Is that the situation that you're in, Michaela?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, do you have any prior real estate experience?
No, like fresh from start, I've just built up the investment
A little bit of cutting out
portfolio.
here.
And now the cash, and I want to be able to move into real estate with the cash.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. So here's what I'll say. If you start with flipping houses, it's, you're getting thrown in the water with the sharks immediately, without any prior experience into real estate. And while you do have the finances to do that, and it would be okay if the project went wrong, it might be valuable to try to wholesale a fix and flip prior to getting your own fix and flip under contract. So what I would do is I would take our get started fix and flip course. I have a course on fix and flipping houses, and then I would take the fix and flip. Well, I want to make sure that they didn't get rid of the old fix and flip. Get started cash. Do we have the cash course? Yes, we do. Okay, so take the cash course and take the fix and flip course. I'm going to link those in the chat. And then I would probably say this. If you start out with a fix and flip and you've never done real estate before, you don't know what makes a deal, your loss in the fix and flip could be massive. However, if you get a fix and flip under contract with the intention of wholesaling it and it doesn't sell, your loss is simply that contract. So I would say that wholesaling is a really good way to figure out what makes a deal, because if your deal doesn't sell, chances are it wasn't a deal. So you could start with that. You could totally start with flipping, and I'm happy to guide you through the process. However, I think that you might mitigate a little bit of your risk if you try to find a flip for another investor first after taking those courses, Michaela. You're muted right now. Hopefully that went through.
Yeah, sorry. I think there's a pretty bad lag. I heard most of that up until you mentioned the course part. So I finished the fix and flips course today. We'll start on the cash course tomorrow. And then whatever you said after that to get started, I lost you.
I was thinking that it might be a better idea for you to get a couple fix and flips under contract first to learn what makes a deal. Because essentially, if you lose on a fix and flip and it's your first project, you could lose big. But if you get a bad fix and flip under contract and you're trying to wholesale that property, you just cancel the contract and you don't have any financial loss from that. So sometimes wholesaling is a really good way to learn what makes a deal without actually risking your capital.
Perfect. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I'll work through the cash course then.
Yeah, and if you'd like us to identify a fix and flip for you, we can also do that during these live streams. Just come back to the stream and say, hey, I finished this. I'm looking to find out what makes a deal, or I'm looking for you to find me a deal, and we can make that happen. And rather than flipping it yourself first, we'll just see if we can find a buyer for that.
Perfect. Cool. That sounds awesome.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay. Thumbs up 00. Are you ready? Okay. Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
how can I help you today?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just about that the Cleveland deal. I sent you a few texts from the agent. He just wanted more info about Jeff, because I said that he's an attorney, so he wants to see that proof of attorney.
Jeff is,
And
not,
then,
Jeff is not an attorney. Jeff just sets up our
Okay.
trusts.
Okay.
So Jeff is just he owns that sorry. He owns that company that sets up the trust. He's probably done 3,000 plus of these trust deals for us. So he sets up trusts and he closes these deals. He is not an attorney.
Okay. And he also asked if you could send some docs for your LLC.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I believe you have Justin's number already. That's the agent.
Yeah.
But I can send it to you right now.
So these are the articles of incorporation. This is not for my holding company. This is just for my generic LLC. I don't know if they'll be okay with that, but I just sent them to you.
Okay. And then I texted you the agent's number as well. And then, yeah, I sent you some text that he sent me.
What's he saying? No, I didn't get rid of the office, guys. It's just nobody watches when I'm in there. I don't know why.
I'll just notify you on your message. Oh.
So Jeff's not an attorney. We can't give him proof that Jeff is an attorney. I need to know whose credit will be on the line and who's signing the documents on the trust. I need to know whose hand will pen be in at closing. Quite the sentence. And something to prove that they can sign for GT Properties Group. I need proof of the trust all. Wow. Okay. I don't really know how to handle these objections. I need them to prove that they can sign for Grandin Taylor Properties.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. It's like, I told them you're the owner, so you're the one that's obviously signing. So it's like.
What state are these in?
This is in Cleveland, so that's Ohio.
How about, have we made them offers yet?
Yeah, I already made them offers and they did a verbal acceptance, but then they had the call with Jeff today just to confirm like the trust setup and all that stuff. So they're just kind of asking about all, like the agent was asking about all that, those fine details at this point, but the offers were already accepted.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you're able to
I can call.
Maybe call.
I can try.
Yeah.
Does he know that we're wholesaling them? Because remember, we need to do a wholesale disclosure here.
Yeah, I didn't disclose that to him. I wasn't aware. We can try and see, but it's been kind of yeah, it's been kind of dragging out for a while.
Okay. We'll do it for content. This is going to go poorly. Watch this. This is probably going to be some sort of like.
This is Justin. How can I help you?
Hi, Justin. My name is Richard Taylor. You've been speaking with my partner today. You also spoke to the guy who closes all of our trust deals for us. We had made you an offer to take over debt on some properties. I understand your client's attorney spoke to our guy today, and you guys had a couple verifying questions you needed.
Yes. So first of all, we thought that Jeff was your attorney.
Jeff just closes all of these trust deals for us. So he's been closing trust deals since 2001. I think he's probably closed maybe 3,000 of them or so.
Okay. Do you have an attorney that you have write up documents, or does Jeff do that?
Jeff writes up the trust agreement for us. He may work with another attorney to do that. I use a subject to contract, and the subject to contract is kind of a placeholder for the trust agreement as it gets formed prior to closing. But if there's any question about how this process goes, I both own 20 doors like this, and I sell my properties like this. And I could also connect you with people who have previously sold their properties like this to us. So if you wanted to speak to a seller and they're like, hey, how did this go for you? Has this been a bad experience? What's your credit looking like? What do they make their payments on time? I'm happy to connect you as that.
Okay, very cool. I guess what I want to do is I just want to get you on the horn with our attorney.
Sure.
And you can kind of say that to him. Are you going to be available in the next little bit here?
Yeah, I can have a conversation.
All right, cool. Just give me a few, and I'll circle back as soon as I can.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Richard. All right, too.
Well, looks like I'm talking to the attorney. I don't exactly know what we're talking to the attorney about, but we can talk to the attorney.
That was my whole thing too. It's like, well, it kind of outlines in the agreements how the process works, and yeah, he already spoke with Jeff. So
okay. Well, if he calls me back, he calls me back.
yeah, he should call you back pretty quick. He's been pretty on it. And then my other two deals, Ellery Street and Sturtevant Street. Almira got a buyer to walk tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. So that's some good news. The conditions, they're pretty good. Like, they're all solid, renovated. As I mentioned previously, it's not been tube wiring for Ellery Street, but it's all functional, all working in order. So, and then they also have some tenants in place, as you know, and then a few vacancies. But yeah, like any vacancies there, they can easily throw in Section 8 tenants, and they can fill that up pretty quick.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, if he calls, I'll pick up the phone and I'll see what I can do. I'll try my best.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, so I can't get a hold of the buyer. So for Mike's deal, for JT's deal, and for GB13's deal, I'm kind of at a standstill because I can't get hold of the buyer. GB13, have you submitted that to my team? Because that's the type of deal I'd have a ton of different buyers for.
No, I have not. I'm on the investor side, so I don't really know the process for doing that.
Oh yeah, sure. You just type hashtag submit deal right here. Hashtag submit, and then, here is the possibly attorney. But yeah, if you could submit those to my team, stay up here. I'll see if I can call another buyer for those as well. Hello?
You ready to talk to him?
I'm ready.
All right, hang on 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hey, do I have both you guys here?
I'm here.
Hello, I'm Richard Hackard. How are you?
Hi, I'm Richard Taylor. I'm doing well.
The Richards are on the line.
Yes, sir.
Finally, I think this will be good. So if we, I just want to obviously get this everything out in the open. I figured just get you guys on the line together. So
Sure. So, Mr. Taylor, this transaction's got some flags on it that make me concerned.
Sure.
You've got the YouTube materials. You've got some guy in Portugal calling around trying to set up deals, calling himself an acquirer or an acquisitions person or something like that. You've got a lawyer out in Nevada who the Bar Association says isn't a lawyer. And
he just closes our Jeffrey Hatcher just works for the company that closes our trust deals for us. So he's just been closing trust deals since 2001. So he's a closer who understands the logistics associated with the trust far beyond my own understanding. I can explain I can explain the situation if you'd like.
No, I don't think you need to explain anything to me. I understand the situation. What I need to know is that my client's not interested in entering into any kind of transaction unless there's an actual bankable person who's going to guarantee performance. So that's our opening, not salvo, but that's our opening condition. We're not really interested in talking to anybody unless that condition is met. So are you in position to guarantee performance on this contract?
I like to use a deed of trust to guarantee my performance in any sort of situation. So
yeah, no, that's not acceptable to us.
Okay. Well, I can produce my own bank statement showing roughly $250,000 a month of income. So I hope I'm bankable. I also have probably a 720 credit score right now. But a deed of trust, I'm sure you're familiar, is if we miss payments for a period of 1 to 2 months, the house goes back to them without foreclosure, meaning that they would effectively get to sell the property twice. So when I sell my properties using the method of sale that I've pitched to your seller here, I just use a deed of trust, and I hope that they miss the payments here. Although I'm happy to provide any sort of credit check or whatever you'd like to check to see if we're bankable for. But I put a very sharp stick beneath me to ensure my performance, in that if payments are missed, there's no foreclosure. They just get the properties back.
Well, there's problems with that under Ohio law. Have you used your deed of trust approach anywhere in Ohio?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've used it in multiple different states, but there's a number of different ways we could structure it. You could also just write into the agreement of the trust that the entire controlling interest defaults back to the original seller, and that we waive our right to a foreclosure process. And if they're still on the trust, as Jeff explained to you earlier today, it's quite simple to transfer the entire controlling interest back to us. Or to them, I should say.
Well, the problem is none of that self-executing. I mean, and I've got questions as to whether you can use a trust mechanism in this way in general. But what I think we should do is, if you want to send over some sort of financial statement and proof of your credit, that kind of thing, I can take a look. But I mean, Ohio doesn't recognize using deeds of trust in lieu of foreclosure. That is not an Ohio procedure. So
I just looked it up. It says
if you've done that somewhere, I'd be interested in looking at it, because my understanding is you can't do that.
I'm reading the law right now on ohiolaws.gov. Section 5315.04. Execution of the deed in lieu of foreclosure. Yes, a deed in lieu of foreclosure is allowed in Ohio. It allows the borrower to voluntarily transfer their property deed to the lender to satisfy it. A deed in lieu of
foreclosure but that's not what you're talking about.
A deed of trust.
Foreclosure.
A deed of trust.
A document that you. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll be happy to take your financials back to my client, and we can continue these negotiations after we've had a chance to check that, if that's something you want to do.
Yes, I'm happy to send that over. But to confirm, you are in understanding that the deed can be returned to the client without a foreclosure process, whether it's a deed of trust or a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Different states have different names for this.
Well, okay, so a deed in lieu of foreclosure is a document that is given in lieu of a foreclosure, but you can't use it as Ohio is a judicial foreclosure state. You have to do judicial foreclosure and return equity in a real estate.
Legally it's a personal property transfer. It's not governed under real estate law, as you're adding an owner onto the trust. If you'd like to speak with a seller who had the deed in lieu of foreclosure executed in Ohio, I'd be happy to put you in contact with them, and then you could tell them that the deed in lieu of foreclosure didn't work, and they could show you that they own the property again after it did work.
Okay. Well, I'll certainly take a look at that.
Do you also want to see section 5315.04 that explains that a deed in lieu of foreclosure is legal in Ohio, or should I probably not?
No, I don't think you're using the term correctly. So.
Okay, I'm reading this off of ohiolaws.gov.
Okay. I can't take a deed from you in advance of your default and then file it when you default.
If the seller remains on the trust, the controlling interest of the trust can default back to the seller. And this is commonly used in family transfer situations when an older folk is incapacitated and unable to make decisions for their property. So it's quite simple, but rather than arguing about it, maybe you could just speak to a seller who's had the deed in lieu of foreclosure executed.
Sure. I'll take a look at your documents and I'll certainly consider whatever you have to say. If you've got sample materials that you use, send them over to me. I'll read them. Send me the trust, because obviously that's important. Nobody's shown me the trust yet. What the language of the trust is. We don't recognize. Well, we do recognize. It's more complicated than that, but it's basic trust formation. There is no special land title holding trust vehicle in Ohio like there is in, for example, Illinois, which is where your sample document comes from. But that doesn't work here. Now, you can still do the same thing, but it's based on basic trust law, not on any kind of exception to the trust system. And deed in lieu of foreclosure requires a default before you can do that.
Right. So we're saying upon 2 months of mispayments, I'll waive my right to a foreclosure so that the client can get the property back.
I don't think you can, but if you've got someone who's doing that, then I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll send you over my credit documents. I'll send you a bank statement from the past couple months, and you can let me know if I appear to be bankable.
Sure. Can I share my email with you?
Would you mind having them text it to me?
Justin. Yeah, I'll send you my contact and you forward it to him. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Mr. Taylor.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Something to explain about an attorney. You go to an attorney, and all attorneys have egos associated with them because they've had lots of schooling and they make lots of money. And you present something to that attorney, and that attorney has never heard of it before. Is the attorney more likely to say, I've never heard of that before, or no, you can't do that? What do we think?
They got a big ego.
What attorney is going to forego their retainer fee and say, oh, I've never heard of that before. You should ask somebody who's actually done that before, because I've never done that before. Because he's clearly never done this before. I've probably done this 300 times in, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 different states. I personally sell my properties this way. I personally acquire all but 2 of my properties this way. So the attorney is going to say, no, you can't do that. And he's gonna argue over terminology as to whether or not we're using a deed of trust or a deed in lieu of foreclosure, when he knows that that's not the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation is, this is our security instrument, and your client does have a way to be protected, but you're just arguing the actual terminology for it, instead of whether or not it's actually possible. So in my experience, every single time we have to talk to an attorney and the attorney's never heard of something before, they say, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And it's like, but you've never done it before. You have no idea. You're not familiar with this in the slightest, which makes it really, really hard. So I was hoping that the conversation could go, you know what? Yeah, I'll talk to a seller who did this and see how their situation was. And, oh, yeah, if we can structure it such that the properties come back to us, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. And then when I tried to explain the situation with why everybody is all over the country, he didn't let me and said that he already knew how it worked. He doesn't know how it works. I was going to explain that I have a community of people that are looking for deals on my behalf so that we can pass them off to other people, but he wouldn't give me an opportunity to explain the entire arrangement to him. So, yeah, I'll send him my credit documents, but I just don't. I think he's going to need to have another conversation with Jeff so that Jeff can get him the actual trust agreement. But we have a trust agreement, don't we? Here's a sample trust. So we'll see if Jeff can send something that outlines the trust agreement. I have one from a previous transaction, and I'll send him some bank statements and proof of funds and whatever it may be. Okay. Let's get him some credit information. I've got 750 and 741. Hopefully that is acceptable to them. I'm going to send that to you to send over to them. Okay, so there's the credit. I don't think that they're going to accept this. I'm sure they want to do a hard inquiry. They're going to need proof of funds. I'll get them proof of funds. Okay, here's proof of funds. You can also see that the actual GT Properties Group bank account is visible here. So we don't need to wonder whether or not I own that anymore because I have the bank account and you can see it.
Yeah.
And then they're also going to want some bank statements. But I'm going to have to redact the bank statements to send it over to them, and that's going to take time. Okay, let's see what I can do. So statements, maybe we could just get them one. So we have May. Okay. All right. Well, I can get them a bank statement. See if we can get them another bank statement. April. Okay. So April deposits and additions are $280,000 in one account. What do you think? Bankable or not bankable? Okay.
I think very bankable.
Okay. Well, yeah. Next up, attorney says my bank statements are fake. Okay, tools, annotate. Sorry, I can't give them my account number. April. Is everything hidden that needs to be hidden? Okay. All right, yeah, I'm going to give you this one right here. And I'm not going to clip that because the attorney could come after me for recording that conversation. So I don't want to clip that. Okay, that's redacted. Okay, if we get that over to him, that would be helpful. And then I'm going to get him another bank statement from the next month. So now he's got 2 months of my bank statements and proof of funds and my credit score. Okay. So all of that's over to you. Would you be comfortable sending that to the agent?
Okay, I'll send that over.
Okay. I think we still have more hurdles to get over. That didn't sound like a conversation that resolved things. But we will continue. We will continue. So we're gonna.
And also, I just wanted to add on. Maybe the attorney needs a couple of Quest bars or something.
Maybe I need a couple of Quest bars. Somebody ship me the new S'mores Quest bars. I need to have them send me more. Okay.
I need some Quest bars too.
They're really good. Yeah. All right. We'll talk. Okay. Keep texting me.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Talk soon.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate talking to attorneys. I don't know if you could tell by my body language, but I hate doing that shit. Why? Because I'm not an attorney and I'm equipped to pitch this arrangement to sellers. I'm not equipped to understand the intricacies of Ohio law. I hate talking to attorneys. Okay, so we have 3 people here who I want to help, but I don't know if I can because the buyer is not responding. I think he's just probably doing something. Let me try for one more call to the buyer because he is working on all of your deals. Two months bank statements. What else are we talking about? Credit score and current liquidity is on the way now. All right. Okay. Let's give the buyer another call for those deals, largely GB13's deals, but I'm gonna so GB13, we're gonna circumvent the submission tab for you. I'm gonna put you in a chat with my lead dispositions manager, and can you send all of those over to her, because we could sell every single one of these. You're looking at probably $5K a pop, and how many do you have? You say, what is it? Not 7 duplexes, 4 single families, but the single families aren't really as good, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So each duplex probably 7K, probably like $7,000 per duplex. So I'm gonna put you in a chat with Shell. Send all of those over to Shell, will you?
Of course, yeah. I do have the property manager scheduled to walk all 11 on Friday at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
If that's even a possibility.
I hope so. I hope so. So I'm gonna put you guys in a thread together. And what's your name? It's not what's GB stand for?
My name's Gary.
Gary. Hey, Shell, this is Gary. He has 11 mortgage takeover deals in Detroit, right?
All Detroit, yeah.
Okay. So, hey, Shell, this is Gary. He has 11 mortgage takeover deals in Detroit under contract. I want
individually, yeah.
Personally work on these as they are contracted individually. Yeah, so just send over those drives to her and then keep them separated, and I'll say we've separated them by single family and duplex because the duplexes are much better. And I do think I have one more. I do think I have one more buyer I could call on this here. So let me make one more call, because I have some people off the top of my head who buy this stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got something else for you. I don't know if this would be something that interested you. We have a seller who has 7 duplexes in Detroit, Michigan, and we got them all under trust acquisition agreement executed a couple days ago. They're all in the same area. I know it's single family, but it's technically a portfolio on a rare type of deal. So I didn't know if that was something you'd want to take a look at.
Yeah, send it over. I'll take a look.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That was all. That was all. We're I guess we're just letting the buyer know that you're gonna fly out there, or seller know that you're gonna fly out there and check out the property.
Yeah, I just booked my flight. I'm landing at noon on the 12th. So if I could see on either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, that'd be great.
Okay, can you text Shell that and let her know, because I'm not in contact with the student who has this one.
Yeah, I'll send to just that group.
Yeah, yeah, and let me know if she doesn't respond. I'll get a hold of her right away.
Alrighty.
All right, talk soon. Bye-bye. He didn't sound immensely interested, but we'll send it over to him. I know he likes big multifamilies. So here are the 7 duplexes I see right here. Okay, and then we're gonna do copy link. And let me try to call the other buyer too. Okay, let me try one more time.
Please.
Damn. Yeah, get those over to Shell. Shell can sell those individually. I have a buyer who'd pick up all of them. I don't know why I can't get a hold of him right now. He will get back to me shortly.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
I'll send him over to her.
I'm nervous. I just want to, I just want to sit down and get these things sold. Honestly, that's all I want to do. I just want to call people until I can get them sold. Gosh, who else would pick these up? I've got a list of buyers over there, but I know that this guy will pick them up. I'll probably just have you send them over to Shell because I've got a lot of other things I need to handle before today's stream.
No worries. I'm working on it right now.
Okay. Thanks so much. Yeah. Same situation for you, Mike. Same situation for you, JT. I can keep you guys up here. I'm just trying to get a hold of them. Okay. Yusuf, you say you have a deal under contract that you want to show me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Richard?
Not much. Deals. How are you doing?
I'm fine. So I just sent you the deal. It's my first off-market deal. My VA got it, and I just got it under contract. It's a duplex. Let me send you all of the information. I have it here.
I'm excited, Yusuf. Okay, we need a new roof.
Wait. No, don't look into the photos right now because the photos is not actually, it's before the property got rehabbed. The seller has made some rehab repairs for the property. The only thing that is actually the same condition is the bathroom. But the other things, all of the photos got rehabbed. He paid around $60,000 on this one. However, I got this property with like really cheap. I got it for $35,000. It's a duplex, 6 beds, 2 bath, 3-1 each unit. Each unit could be rented out for $1,200, and you can easily sell it for $150,000 to your buyers with 30 to 27% cash on cash return.
Wow, yeah.
It's a crazy deal.
That's insane. Yeah. So I'm most interested in photos of what it looks like. Do you know what it looks like?
Unfortunately, I don't have photos after he repaired it, but I have. If you read the notes that I sent you, he did a lot of things. He did brand new plumbing stack, electrical fully redone, new furnace and duct work, mostly cosmetic work and remaining. This is for both units. And for the kitchen and bathrooms, upstairs bathroom remodeled 2 years ago. Downstairs bathroom needs a remodel. Kitchen not updated since purchase.
This sounds great, dude. Let's check the area really quickly. I just saw the street view. Street view is acceptable, I'd say.
Yeah, there is no abandoned houses. Nice. But I don't know, Richard, if it's a brick house or not, because if you looked into the left side of the property, you will see the brick from the siding.
I low-key lost the property on maps. Let me see if I can find it again. Where'd it go? It's over here? No, where the hell did it go? Shit. Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, let me send my contractor. When can I get access?
Absolutely. If you want to also inspect the tenant, so yeah, actually there is one occupied unit bringing in 800 per month. They are on a month-to-month lease, and the contract that we signed, we can have them out prior to closing. So we are good. If you want to keep them while repairing the other unit, so you are cash flowing, I guess, that would be okay. If you don't want, we can get them out prior to closing. So if you want to inspect this property too, inspect this unit too, it needs to be afternoon.
Okay. Do you know anything about the roof?
The photos look so the street view looks so bad. But he told me it's in a good condition. Even though if you looked into the photos and the Google Drive link, it's not the same of what the street view is telling. But he don't know too. But he told me he didn't touch it. But I guess it's in a good condition as there is a tenant in place. I really don't know.
It's probably a deal because your price is so low. You know, it's just
the price is so.
The house could be really messed up and it would still work. Yeah, I will schedule my contractor to go look at that property.
When would you? You can ask him, and I will just tell the seller. He lives in Detroit too, so he will be there.
Wow, so this is great. Hey, Chris, this wholesaler has Okay, I'll put you in a chat with my contractor. Can you schedule it with my contractor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I'll
this is
ask him.
great. Yeah,
Would he?
probably will buy that, dude. That's really good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's.
I've been trying to sell you a deal for a long time, man.
Yeah, no, this is really good, dude. I mean, I just can't imagine what would be wrong with it. Yeah, the area is not the best, but I don't think it's terrible. There's no shooting, so it'll suffice. But you say 35K?
Yeah, I got it for 35K, fully signed contract. It was just signed today. We have 10 business days for inspection.
Jesus Christ.
EMD submitted first day post inspection.
No, I give you a good
we're all
fee.
good.
I give you the good fee for that. That's insane, dude. Let me make a couple calls. I'm gonna see if I could line up a seller from Ohio to talk about their experience. But okay, so execution of deed in lieu of foreclosure. If a lender approves a borrower applicant to the dollar deed program, the borrower shall execute all of the following: a deed in lieu of foreclosure that transfers a lender's right to borrow. Okay. Sorry, I'm being pressed right now about whether or not I own my own LLC. The agent says, hey, I trust you. I believe everything you said on the phone. Wow, so the agent acknowledged the attorney is kind of being an ass. Yeah, I've got all kinds of documents showing GT Properties Group. GT Properties Group, let's see what we can find. Hi, Richard, we received the attached piece on behalf of your business. Compliance. What is this? Come on, show me some sort of document. GT Grannon Taylor LLC, damn it. Your LLC is done. Come on, this is such a pain to find on a live stream. Sorry, guys. I really wish I didn't have to do this right now. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to send him my license, driver's license. God, just fucking work. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Now I need to call the TC to get somebody from Ohio who's done this type of deal, as we have done many of these deals in Ohio. What was the last trust deal I did in Ohio? I don't remember. I also do have something I have to go do at 4, so I'll be live until 4 today. Yeah, it is TEED E16. I don't know. Damn, I just really can't get a hold of my TCs lately.
Your call has been forwarded.
I need the last address for a TAA that we closed in Ohio. Oh, Harry bought one. Harry did a trust acquisition agreement. Okay. I can just call Harry. Okay. Somebody.
You have reached Harrison's cell phone at 818.
Did you buy a house via TAA in Ohio? All right. Very frustrating not answering the phones day today, guys. I don't know what's going on with that. But Yusuf, I'm gonna call my contractor and I'm gonna just let him know to schedule that with you right now, because yeah, that's an amazing deal.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, we have an amazing deal that just got sent to me that I want to walk. It's for $35K and it's a livable duplex in a decent zip code in Detroit. It is, I'm going to give you the zip code. You tell me what you think about the zip code. Zip code is 48213. 48213. No shootings in the area, so I think it's good. But I put you in a chat with the wholesaler who has it under contract. I'm hoping we can walk the property tomorrow afternoon.
afternoon, like, so let me see. I'm gonna pull it up right now. He's sworn and crash it.
I think it's next to Tacoma. Well, not tremendously, but not far from Tacoma, I think.
Yeah, I have to see that neighborhood because me just looking at it, I don't know how great that is.
It looks okay. It's not a great neighborhood.
Yeah, I have to go check that block out.
Okay.
I could probably walk it around 11.
11. I think it has to be in the afternoon. Do you have any afternoon availability?
As far as how late?
Maybe like 2 or 3 p.m. or 1 even.
I could do 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You're in a chat with the wholesaler who has it. He's in communication with the seller. He's going to see if 2 p.m. works.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, that's good. We're going to walk that property. Somebody just asked me if I do any hybrid deals. Yes, absolutely. And if you'd like to see a video of me doing a hybrid start to finish, I will drop that in the chat right now.
Watch me make $15,000.
So this is me doing a hybrid start to finish. It got exactly, out of my 384,000 followers, 160 people liked it. And it's the full process, start to finish. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you. Okay, well, go watch that. That's how you do a hybrid deal. I did it on stream. It was an amazing deal. Funny story, the seller's backing out and we're suing them for non-performance, or sorry, specific performance. But yeah, this was one of the best live streams we've ever had. Like, this day was absolutely insane. Yusuf, coordinate with my contractor, will you?
Gotcha. Alrighty. I just have one more question about College Street. So I tried to get it for 50,000. Seller didn't accept it, unfortunately.
The house was cooked,
You think
though.
we
They lied.
Yeah, I can see the hole. Yeah, I can see the hole in the basement, to be honest. Yeah. But do you think we can get, because I'll be honest with you, I don't care about how much we are getting. I care about making the relationship or keeping the relationship with the realtor.
Well, I think your relationship is safe. Hey there, Mr. Realtor. Is this house livable? Yeah. So there's a big leak, a hole in the foundation, and no mechanicals. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah. It sucks that you didn't tell me that, man. I wish I had knew that going in, but this is not turnkey. That's how, I mean, you don't have to feel bad about that. So Yusuf, I feel bad when the house is truly okay and it still doesn't close. But if they lied to us, if they're like, yo, the house is in perfect condition, it's turnkey, you just tell them, like, I couldn't get financing this if I wanted to. Remember, Yusuf, those loans, they won't fund if the house is not in good condition. So we couldn't even get financing if we wanted to. We now have to not use a hard or a DSCR loan. We have to use a hard money loan for a fix and flip on that property. So if anything, the realtor should feel bad about the relationship they left you in,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I will be trying to get it below, because he told you he wants it, but for 55,000, right?
Yes. And I wouldn't feel bad about the relationship at all. I know it's unfortunate, but honestly, they lied to us, not the other way around.
Exactly. Okay, we will keep in touch with the realtor if they backed out on us.
Just explain. Be like, yo, I'm not here to drop the price on you, but is this the condition that you advertised the property to be in?
Gotcha. That's right. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess I'm done with my questions here.
Okay.
I got a deal. I got a deal accepted in Charlotte, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Wait.
Somebody just rang my doorbell. Hold on. Nobody ever rings my doorbell. I got to find out who this is. Maybe it's the kid. Maybe it's Nary. Hold on. What is this? Dude. Somebody just DoorDashed me something. I have no idea what it is. It's a coffee from Pete's Coffee, and it says it's for Hunter C. Somebody put the wrong address. Somebody put the wrong address. It says 1 banana protein. If this is too sweet, I'm not going to drink it. Oh, it's really fucking good. But I can't drink this. This is practically melted ice cream. Oh man, it tastes really good though. No, I can't. Guys, this is gonna. I'm supposed to be. Oh, Harry's calling me back. Hey, Harry. How you doing?
What's up?
Good. Question: you bought a trust acquisition agreement in Ohio, right?
I did. Palda.
Do you know who the seller was on that?
Not off the top of my head, but I can find it.
Palda. What was the address on Palda?
17006.
17006 Palda. Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. I have
Right.
I have an attorney here, and yeah, they're just asking for a previous deal that we did, like using this method.
Cool. All right. Yeah, happy to help.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I just can't do it. I can't do it, guys. It's probably like 20 or 30 grams of sugar, and it's just, yes, it's so fantastic, but I can't consume that. It's gonna delete all of my gains. Okay, so we have an address. The seller of this property was who? I don't know. The seller of this property sold via trust acquisition agreement. I'm looking for their contact info for your client to speak with them. That's 17006 Palda. 17006 Palda. There it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I've got about 19 more minutes, and I'm going to take wires on the way. Is there a hunter here? Yeah, I don't know who ordered that, but I have 19 more minutes before I have to go. I'm at a standstill with 3 of you guys. I've already talked to Yusuf. Saeed, what's going on?
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm a little stressed. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'll be quick. So I've sent you a document, the properties that I'm currently working on. I got the seller to sign the wholesale disclosure. I'm just waiting on the contract to be signed. That should be signed within, I don't know, a couple hours or so. But we are all set on these deals. I just wanted you to have a look at it and see if that makes sense.
Yes, let's find out. Okay. So these are in Youngstown, Ohio, which is not far from Cleveland. Rent confirmed by market. Are these occupied?
Yeah, according to agent, they're all occupied.
Good.
It's confirmed by agent, but
okay. So cash on cash for the bottom 2, I don't think are going to hit what we need them to hit. You know, 87K and 1250 rent. I mean, let's run it. Check it out. So so let's say you have it at 87, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say we send it to the buyer at 90,000. Down payment 18,000, interest 7 because low purchase price. This is monthly payment. Taxes and insurance cheaper than in Cleveland. Let's say 200. 679 taxes and insurance. Rent occupied at 1250, taking 15% off the top since occupied, and then subtracting our 679. You're looking at $383 per month per year. You're looking at this. Total cost of entry is this plus 10, 28K. Cash on cash return, 16% on that. If we raise the rent to $1,350 for the other one, and keep in mind that's only with a 2K assignment or a $2,500 assignment. So the other one will be a slightly higher return, probably closer to 17.5, maybe 18% return. But there is one that I do like. So I do like this one. This purchase price associated with this rent probably makes sense. That probably makes sense. So this I like. I like this. Let's run that with a 5K fee on it. So if we run that $5,000 fee, you're looking at 145. Down payment on that is what, 29,000? Interest rate probably closer to 6.5 because we're a slightly higher purchase price. As the price goes higher, the rate goes down. If the price is under 100K, the rate is particularly high. So 145 with 29 down. Your payment's probably about 740 with a slightly lower interest rate. So 740 and you're occupied at 2,000. 2,000 multiplied by 0.85, subtracting 740. And then let's use 250 for taxes since it's slightly more expensive. You're looking at 710 coming in monthly or per year, 8,500, and your total cost of buying will be 39,000. This looks good. 22% with a 5K fee. So the duplex is viable. We can push out the other two. But the buyer that I know will buy one of them won't buy the other two. However, we might have different buyers who are interested in the other two. So you can send the other two to my team. We'll blast it out. You can post on Buy Box Cartel. However, this one right here, I could probably sell it with a couple phone calls. I do need to check your condition though. Roof is newer. Oh, the allergies are hitting. Shit. Roof, yeah. Vinyl windows. Ooh. Oh my God. Yeah. So I like Hollywood Ave. The other two, your cash on cash return doesn't hit 20%. But send them to my team. You do have a good discount on those.
Sounds good. So maybe if I push for, let's say, 80-ish more, I might be able to get a good cash on cash then, yeah?
Yes, but because you have them under contract, I don't want you to hurt your relationship. Send them to my team. My team finds buyers for these all the time. Like we had this guy who was on stage the other day. He has these properties for 235 and 265. They're duplexes. Oh wait, no, it's 265 and like 295 or something like that. And it's too high for my buyer to purchase. However, we have walkthroughs scheduled for those properties because of my dispo team. So my dispo team had different buyers because that's all they do all day long. So send them to my team. We might be able to find you somebody, but I can find somebody for that other one. I just can't get bro to answer the phone right now. So Saeed, I'm going to set a reminder to bring you up tomorrow. Okay.
Sounds good. See you then.
All right. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Saeed.
Okay. I added bring up Syed for tomorrow, 2 p.m.
Okay, George, I'm going to help you out, man. As long as my allergies permit. I want to see all three of you guys tomorrow. GB13, Mike, and JT. Can I see y'all tomorrow? But y'all be here tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good, bro.
Okay, yes. Be here tomorrow because I know I can sell your deals. I just can't get bro to pick up the phone.
All good, no worries.
All right, talk soon.
Okay.
God. Okay. Crazy allergies hit for no reason. As soon as I went upstairs, it hit me. I'm taking one more sip of this, then I'm throwing this away. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I gotta get rid of this. It hurts, guys. It hurts, but It has to be done. That just it's. I can't. Yeah. Had to be done. Yeah, Neri came over on Sunday, and we yes. I no longer have the drink. The drink is now in my sink. Yes. Okay. So bring me up. Yes. I'll bring people up. I'll do questions. I'm here to help. I got a sub 2 with 25% cash on cash. Suppressor. You haven't showed me a good deal yet, but I will keep looking. I need help with EMD due tomorrow. Chances are, if a buyer hasn't been secured, it's not a deal, but I'm happy to figure out why that might be the case for you. I have a seller finance deal at 24%. Can I come up? Let me get through these guys first. First was Mr. George. George, you have questions about a cash contract and how to fill that out. I can help you out with that right now. But George, quick question. Is your property on market?
Currently is. I'm just having an issue with how to properly sign a contract or fill a contract. I think I'm just kind of got stuck there. I currently had a guy yesterday that I was talking to, and he was kind of on the fence. And I was like, you know what? Let me get a contract ready and everything. And it kind of hit me. I was like, shoot, I don't know how to fill a contract.
Good question. So, did you speak to the realtor?
I did.
Okay. The realtor fills the contract out for you.
Really?
Yeah. Their standard operating procedure. Because here's the thing. If you send them their contract, the seller's going to be like, how do I know this contract doesn't have any crazy terms in it? And the realtor's going to be like, I don't know. Guess you got to hire an attorney for that. So the state of whatever state you're in, Michigan, Ohio, Texas, wherever that is, they give realtors a contract, and the realtor presents your offer by putting it on that contract, and that's what they're paid to do. So say, hey, I'll write this out for you. I was filling out the contract, and it occurred to me that your client is going to have a ton of questions about this contract. Meanwhile, we could just use your state approved form, and they'd know we haven't snuck anything weird into it. Are you okay representing me and sending and presenting your state approved agreement to your client to avoid any questions? Double check that for typos, send that to the realtor. Realtor will send it to you. They're going to say, yes, what are the terms of your contract? So do you have an LLC?
I currently do not.
It is, you're right.
Should I get it?
You don't need an LLC, but if you call a realtor and you present yourself as like a professional real estate individual, they're going to want to, and hey, I put a period in that. That's not a run-on sentence. Look, I put a period. Check it out. I just read it like that. Check it out. So there is a period. Look, see the period? I put one in. It might still be a run-on sentence, but hopefully he can edit it for typos. Anyways, that's just a message I'm sending to him. So realtor will send you the contract. They're going to ask you for your terms of the contract. It looks really good if you have an LLC. Like I just started a new LLC. It's called Motor City Restorations. And for anybody that needs an LLC, you can go to resources, if I know how to spell, and you can go to business setup. You see the business setup right here? We also have a logo builder, but Prime Corporate Services, LLC setup right here. Wow, that's the worst photo of me I've ever seen. All right, everybody gets to look. Terrifying. Oh, wow, I look like a fucking witch. All right, well,
Awesome. Yeah. So in a nutshell, I just pretty much ask him for a contract, and I just send him proof of funds if he requests it or whatever. and I don't sign anything, I just kind of hop on here then and try to sell the contract?
No, you sign. That's why we want you to have an LLC. You
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
can sign for your LLC. You can sign for your personal name, but let's say the realtor, something happens. Let's just say there's a dispute. Like, I've never had this happen, but let's just say there's some sort of legal dispute and it's your name on the contract. They come after you personally rather than your entity. So your entity is to protect you. It's called a limited liability company to limit your personal liability. But the other things that you need to let them know about: 7-day inspection with non-refundable EMD of $1,500 submitted post-inspection. Team, quick question. Can't access the courses. Says no secure connection. That's going to be an issue on our end. Are the courses working for, or on your end? Are the courses working for everybody else? I will ask Prime Corporate to change my picture. I will ask
Hi,
them to do
Richard.
that. Hey,
Chris announced earlier that it's gonna be under maintenance for the next 30 minutes.
oh, sorry. Never mind. We have 30 minutes of maintenance. Hey, can I change my scary photo on my affiliate link for Prime Corporate Services? It's very scary. Gosh, that is terrifying. I don't even want to look. And then I'll change it to I have a good headshot somewhere. Where did my Instagram profile picture go? I don't know. Oh shit, I low-key have to go. But we're gonna get through some questions here. Bear with me for just a sec, guys. I'm almost done. Wow, I can't find it. Terrible. There it is. This one. This one. Okay, hopefully they do that. But yeah, that's how you set up an LLC. So yeah, just send that to them. You should be all good to go.
All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, Richard. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Text in. Did you get a chance to take a look at the stuff about? No, I haven't. I've been on. I went to Detroit last week and I didn't really look at any Discord stuff. Let's talk to Suppressor. Guys, let's go really quick. Get your addresses ready because I actually have to go. So Suppressor, you have something. You're taking.
Yes, I just DM'd it to you right now.
Hopefully it follows our rules this time. Okay, $130,000 house, Cleveland, Ohio. So we have a wholesale disclosure there. Were they okay with the wholesale disclosure being signed?
Yep.
Good. We have it at 20,000 down, and the house is listed for 130. Okay. Bit of a high entry, but we could probably maybe find. Well, I'd say we might be able to find a buyer, not necessarily probably, but yeah. My feedback is I wish entry were closer to 10%, but yeah, I think it might be viable. What's your PITI?
It's about $700 right now.
$700.
So he said it's 724.
Okay. And what is this going to rent for? Like 800, 900 aside?
Yeah. He says he could rent for 2,000. One that he's already rented it before for 1,100 each. But now it's currently rented month to month. So that can be, you can kick them out immediately. I would actually just do a little bit of work. I think it requires like 15K of rehab and then that's it.
Okay. Well, we'll shoot our shot at it. It's best to have these entries closer to 10%, as you know, but we'll shoot our shot.
Yeah.
We'll send it over to the team and we'll blast it out to the buyers.
Awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to run the numbers with you and see the cash on cash return is about like 23%, I do believe, at that entry.
Yeah, we'll shoot our shot, man. We'll shoot our shot. It's good enough.
Also, this is the last day for my 5 unit, but I did find a buyer and I kind of got a verbal extension. But yeah, if you know anybody for that 5 unit, this is the last time it's going. If not, it's my buyer is probably going to act on it as soon as I got the pictures of all the units. Yeah, buyer might buy it. But yeah, if you know anybody, that 5 unit brick building is still up.
You know, East Cleveland's hard for me, man, and the price point is also hard for me as well.
It's not East Cleveland. It's right on the border. Like, it's right above East Cleveland. So St. Clair is like the nicer area. There's no crime there. But yeah, it's in the same area code. That's where I've been hitting that one rough thing. It's in the same area code, but it's not in East Cleveland.
Okay. Off the top of my head, I don't have anybody right now, but I'll definitely keep you in mind.
All right. Thanks, Rich.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Giacomo, what's going on, man? Hopefully I'm saying your name right.
Hey, Rich, what's going on? So I'm Giacomo, but that's close enough. So can you hear me well now?
Yes.
Sure. All right. So I've got a deal. I'll send it to you. This one I'm trying to do myself. So I'm going to buy it, but I've got a problem. So the purchase price is going to be $90,000, and I've talked to a bunch of DSCR lenders, and they would not lend under $100K.
Yes, common.
So I was just wondering if you would have sort of any contact.
Yes.
I talked to Key, and then Invest with Key, and he basically told me that he could do a loan for that one, but then the interest rate will be 8%, which is like a little high for me.
Yeah. So question. I sent you probably the best deal I've ever seen in terms of a DSCR loan deal yesterday, and it's above that price point.
I did take a look at it. I showed it to my dad, but he told me it was going to be a pass for him because it's too low. So
Wait, let's just
I was
break
going
that
to.
down. Your other deal that you're looking at has a higher return on investment?
Yes, it does.
I'll bet you $1,000.
Wait, what's that?
I bet
Sorry,
you,
my Wi-Fi is a little.
I'll bet you $1,000 that's not the case.
Well, I've
take a
got
look.
close to 42% cash on cash online.
Let's take a look. Okay, I'll show you the one
All right.
that I'll show you the one that I found. I don't have to, I can't take this. I can't take that. Okay, because you don't really see a higher return than that. So the purchase price of the property that you're looking at is what?
90,000.
And
Mhm.
Do you have the address?
Yeah, I just sent it to you, private.
Okay.
Yeah, don't share a screen for this one if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So first things first, it's in the middle of nowhere.
it is. But
So
it's
let
got
me get
strong
this straight.
cash
Let
on
me get
cash.
this straight. You sent the highest return deal that I've ever seen as the highest authority on this, like on social media, and your dad's like, no. What if we buy one in the middle of nowhere?
No. So it's too low. The purchase price is too low. It's too low for my dad to do the deal. So I'm trying to do it myself. Does that make sense?
I don't understand, but let's continue. Okay. So let's check this out. So we're in Duncan, Oklahoma. What type of house is this? Is this a single family?
So there's a fourplex. So it's got 4 units, 1 bed, 1 bath each. And they rent for $1,700 a month. Like all those together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're renting it $1,700 a month. So let's check out our ROI. This is if we can get tenants here. If we can get tenants, but
Oh, it's already 100% occupied.
okay, $1,700 a month. We're gonna take off 15%. this is for management and expenses. We do the same thing with other occupied properties. And then we buy it at 90,000. We have an $18,000 down payment at 8% interest. That's our monthly payment. So we're going to subtract our, what is that, 528?
So
528.
yeah, so insurance, it's gonna be roughly $60 a month, and then property tax 50.
$50 a month. Okay. So we make about $800. Make about $9,600 per year. And the total cost of buying this is roughly about $28,000. So we're looking
With
at,
closing.
We're looking, yes. So we're looking about a 34% in a rural market. Now I don't know what the condition of the property looks like, and we had
So
sent you.
seems to be turnkey. It's about 50 miles from Oklahoma City. So that's why, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Now, the one I sent you on Wheeler Street, what price did I say? Like, what was that? 140, I think? Or
Yeah, you said to 140, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 140 occupied at $2,900 per month.
Yeah, but the problem there was college students, right?
I think yes.
It's occupied by college.
I think yes. I'm not entirely sure, but
Yeah. So, like my main concern was in that deal that, college, I was a college student, a year ago. So I know how we leave the rooms, right?
Yeah.
Also, like, it's very hard for us to, like, if I were to be a landlord, it's very hard for me to get people in because they got to pay, 12 months, but then they only stay there for 9 months because they go out for the summer and then they got to find sublet, and it's a mess,
I
right?
think that's valid. Yeah, it is true that there's different turnover with college students. These guys appear to be staying throughout the summer for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I guess I wouldn't buy in a town of like a couple thousand people. I'd heavily avoid that. It's just, when you see that you're so far away from major areas, I'd avoid that. I don't think it's good to buy anything rural.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. But it's at the end of the day, it's up to you. Rural makes everything really, really challenging.
And so one last thing about my first question about the DSCR loan. Do you happen to know anyone who can lend me for maybe 7%? Under 100K?
Yeah, I would say the only other lender I have for that is Kelly Atchison.
Yeah, I also talked to her, and she doesn't do under 100K.
Interesting. I've seen her do it a ton of times.
Yeah.
Maybe that's new.
Or maybe wait, let me. Because I know.
I think it's pretty standard to have closer to an 8% rate for under 100K. It's just the lender's not really making much money.
Yeah, I guess.
But I would ask the students in here what they have because, dude, I'm telling you, it gets so much better than that. The biggest hit is rural.
Okay.
Anyway, I've got to move on to these other guys. I had to go at 4 p.m. We're a little bit past that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you so much for your time, Rich.
Absolutely. S&M Equity Management. What's going on?
What's up, Rich?
You have a deal.
Hey, I just got a question more so about a deal that I submitted last week. It's a cash deal.
Okay.
The list was 119. I got it for 83, contracted, tenant occupied, paying 1350. It did end up renewing for another year. They posted it.
So you have it at 83. So maybe we send it to buyer at minimum 86. I mean, obviously we want to get more money than that, but 16, so 17. I'm going to run your cash on cash return. 17,200. Interest rate, let's use 7. It's going to give you $457 in monthly payments. So you're looking at $1,350 occupied?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to take out 15%. I'm going to subtract our $457. Oops. Taxes and insurance. This is in a different market than we're used to, so it's going to be cheaper. I want to make
60 and 40.
I want to just double check that really quickly here because sometimes it's not quite what we think. Okay, so your taxes are probably stupid low. Yeah, 1,600 per year. So 1,641 per year divided by 12 is about 136. That sounds a bit more accurate. So subtract 136. And then insurance for something like this is probably like 80 bucks. This is how much you make per month, which is good. This is how much you make per year. And then the total cost of acquisitions is 27.2 with 10K for closing. We're aiming for a 20% cash on cash. And we're just about at 20%. We're just about at 20%. So yeah, I mean, I think it hits the cash on cash needed. Let's check our condition really quickly. House looks good.
The main thing was they posted it out for 98.
Ooh, this is probably why, dude. Have you seen this photo? 90. Yeah, it shouldn't be sold for 98. If you have it for 83, yeah, it definitely should not be posted for 98. I can update them and say, hey, yeah, we definitely shouldn't be posting that for 98. Did you tell
my
them?
main question? Yeah. Well, there was 2 buyers, and then I haven't got an update on what happened, and I was also confused as to why we went with 98.
Yeah, I'm confused about that too. For future reference, if you ever need to communicate with them, are you in contact with them now?
Yeah, with Shelly. Yeah.
So you could just tell them to change the price. But go to hashtag support. So I'm going to say, hey guys, for 1201 41st in Birmingham, we have it for 83K, but posted it for 98K. We're wasting our time trying to sell it that high. Please make sure to use realistic assignments. Okay, so question. The photo on the front makes this thing look super distressed, but the photos you sent makes it look okay. The first thing a buyer is going to see is that photo, and that scares them when they see a photo like that. Do you know if that's the current condition of the property?
The ones I sent you are. These ones are the old property management photos. I had the property management company send me updated photos.
Yeah. So the way that I would have handled this is I would have texted Shell and I would have said, hey, 98's kind of unrealistic. Like that's kind of a crazy price, especially for the cash on cash. This probably needs to be priced at a 3K assignment. And then I would have asked the agent to change that front photo, because the first thing that the buyers are going to do is they're going to look it up. And that front photo is just terrible, especially because the house doesn't look like that anymore. So I would ask the agent to change the pictures just so that we can market this a little bit more effectively. I did tell my team to lower the price on that. I don't think that 98 is a realistic assignment.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to pass this off to Sora. I don't know if Sora is going live after this.
No, Richard, I sent you a brick vacant duplex there, so you actually contacted the buyers. He got back to you.
Did I call Joseph?
Yeah, it was Joseph. That was the guy. Yep.
I can't get a hold of bro right now. I don't know what's going on.
All good. All good. Yeah, I sent it to you towards the end of your stream yesterday. All the info is already in your chat. It was like a 30% cash on cash return. So I don't know. Moving ready, all that stuff.
Can we talk tomorrow when I can give him a call? Because it's just I don't know why he's not responding to me right now.
It's all good. I can text you too. No worries.
Yeah. Guys, I'll do more demonstrations tomorrow. Today was hectic, really hectic. But I think you have Johnny who's going to continue this live stream. So he's going to come on here and he's going to continue this live stream, and so is Kira. And then I'll talk to you guys more tomorrow. I'm running super late right now for something. I've got to my boat's getting worked on and I have to go let the guy into the dock. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. I'm sorry I don't have time for a giveaway today. But we'll do another one tomorrow. So yeah, if you have any additional questions, Kira and Johnny are well equipped to answer those questions. So are we rescheduling inspection on Bellaterre? Bellator, Pam, I thought that that's already going through. Text me on that. Text me on that. I got to head out, guys. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Yeah, so a little bit of a stressful day. I didn't love today. I think the best part of today is the deal that Yusuf showed me. That's peak. I'm going to see if I can buy that thing. We're going to walk it tomorrow. I'll try to do better tomorrow, guys. Some days I'm just not on my A game. But if you wanted to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, I would click the link in my YouTube bio or click the link in my TikTok bio. And if you're wanting to meet one-on-one with me and ask me something or tell me something or show me something or ask me how to invest your money, that's also linked in my bio. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next one and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye. Link in bio, guys.